Okay, this week I fought a lot of Shadow Priests to prepare for this video. Now Shadow Priest got a lot of love from Blizzard, and all I have to say is in a 1v1 Shadow Priest versus Warrior, the Warrior is definitely the underdog. Now first let's go over some of the dots that Shadow Priests do. Shadow Word Pain and Devouring Plague, they're both instants and they can be macro. Now if you combine that with Vampiric Touch, then it's a lot of damage. I'm going to show here the damage I'm going to be doing versus 1100 Resilience. I'm wearing 1100 Resilience right now. And in this next clip, I'm using 1300 Resilience, so you can see the difference. It's still a lot of damage. It's either 50% or 60% of your life gone just with one row of dots. Here's a problem that I'm seeing a lot when I'm dueling a lot of classes. They're jumping my charges and intercept. Now, I see a lot of really good players always using this. You notice if you fight someone, you always jump away from them. You're always running away from them while jumping. If you can't get a hamstring on a Shadow Priest and he gets his dots on you and starts cutting you, you're pretty much dead. So a Shadow Priest that's constantly jumping your charge and intercepts is probably going to beat you in a duel. Shadow Priests use two skills to get out of hamstring, Fade and PvP Trinket. So you have to constantly be watching them and making sure they don't do it. And you gotta make sure that you keep them snared, because if they get away from you, you're dead. The Shadow Priest kiting you is the worst thing. The Warrior talent Taste for Blood gives your Ren Tick damage a chance to give you Overpower. Here's something you didn't know. A Power Word Shield absorbing that Ren Tick damage will never proc Taste for Blood. So that's why it's really important to get through that shield so that the Ren Ticks will give you Taste for Blood and you'll get a free Overpower. Versus a Shadow Priest, you must at all costs not let a Vampiric Touch get on you. You have to Shield Bash it, Spell Reflect it, Shadow Meld. You have to do whatever it takes to not get that on you. If you get that on you early in the fight, it's over. There's no way you can win in a duel versus a Shadow Priest. Overpowering a Shadow Priest spell mid-cast will reduce their damage by 50%. Even Vampiric Touch. Now some Shadow Priests will CC you in order to get Vampiric Touch off. They'll do a Fear followed by a quick Vampiric Touch. You have to be really fast in getting out of this CC and doing whatever it takes to stop that Vampiric Touch from getting on you. The Shadow Priest Fear, which is Psychic Scream, is on a 23-second cooldown. Now Warrior Fear Breaker is Berserker Rage and it's on a 30-second cooldown. So the second time that Shadow Priests use the Fear, you're not going to be able to break it for 7 seconds. One little trick to get around this is to pop Recklessness at the beginning of the fight and hope they get Psychic Scream off and you'll be immune to it. Recklessness is the only other warrior skill that makes you immune to fear. Priests now can dismantle a warrior, and they'll usually dismantle your Blade Storm. So what I like to do is I like to Shield Bash one of their shadow spells, lock them out for 6 seconds, and immediately Blade Storm, and then hit the macro to switch to two-handed. Alright guys, I told you all my tactics, and now it's time. Shadow Priest, no! Now it's time to fight all those crazy, frustrating Shadow Priests. I hope you enjoy it. We have more contests with great Razer prizes coming soon. So check in every week. As always, Swifty here. Thanks for watching.